My name is Jason Williams. I am here as well for the How to Conduct a Reunion seminar given by Janice Griffin.
Hello. So you guys are thinking about organizing a family reunion. Well, anyway, you're in good company. Eva Wagner of Reunions magazine states that over 200,000 families give family reunions each year. And why are reunions so popular? Well, there are a number of reasons. First, people are scattered far apart from each other, yet they want to remain connected. And they want their children to know how they fit in on the family tree. And second, they want to learn about their heritage. According to the author of the book titled Finding a Place Called Home, he states that families should emphasize their family history at every reunion. My next question to you is, what triggers the idea for a family reunion? Again, there are many reasons, but for many people, it begins with the funeral. And where someone will say, we have got to meet and celebrate under happier circumstances. And this is how family reunions began on my dad's side of the family. We were attending the funeral of his first cousin, and there were approximately 100 people seated in the family section. And I silently wondered, am I related to all of these people? So after the funeral and the burial, we returned to the church to attend the repast. And my cousin Randy James, who recounted this story to me just last week, said that I asked him about the family members, if we were all related. And it was at the repast when I found out that we were. So he began talking to people about planning a family reunion. And of course, there was some opposition because people felt that it would take too much involvement. Well, anyway, I knew that it was a task that we could undertake because I've been planning reunions for over 30 years, had attended a lot of seminars, and had even provided consulting services for some families. And this is a story that's typical of so many families, but the idea tends to lose some steam because people feel that the task is just too overwhelming. But that's why I'm here today to give you an overview of the main steps to planning a family reunion. And the plan is very simple. First, you need to determine interests. Second, you need to determine leadership and establish your committees. Third, you need to execute your plan. And fourth, you need to follow up and evaluate your reunion. Now, if you build this field of dreams, will the family come? Well, the first thing you're going to do, as I stated earlier, you will need to generate interest. And you can do this by simply sending out a survey to let people know that a reunion is in the works, and you should structure your questions in such a way where you can find out what their interests and their preferences are. And next, you will need to share the planning. And again, you establish committees. And generally, a high degree of getting people involved will ensure a high turnout. Plus, it gives people a sense of ownership. And some of the more important committees to form are finance, communication, lodging, food, program, hospitality, and history. Now, the major step is to execute your plan. First, you would need to create a timeline. And a timeline will detail all of the action items that will need to be completed. It should also list the person or the committee who will be responsible for executing that. And of course, the all important deadline. That's very, very important. And the next item under executing your plan is to plan family reunion planning meetings. And this is important to make sure that you're on task and everything is going according to plan. And then after that, you will need to get the word out. I would suggest that you send out a save the date card so people can get it on their calendar. And after that, you will do your main mailing, which will include all of the details of the reunion and the cost. And based on the response that you get from the main mailing, if those numbers or the responses are low, then you might consider sending out a reminder card. So after you've done all the planning, you've gotten the word out, now reunion day is here. Then it has finally arrived, and believe it or not, all has gone well. People are talking about how they have enjoyed the reunion and they are looking forward to attending the next one. So, the final step is to follow up and evaluate your reunion. You may want to follow up with the hotel just to ensure that all the bills have been paid, and even consider sending out a thank you note to key personnel who may be helped in a very special way. The next item is to have all the family members to complete an evaluation form. And this is an opportunity for them to express their feelings, what they liked and what they disliked. And also another important feature of the evaluation form is for you to be able to determine what worked and what did not work, and which will aid you in planning family reunions. In conclusion, I want to recap the main steps. Determine interest, that's number one. Number two, determine your leadership and establish committees. Number three, execute your plan through the use of the tools that I talked about, which was the timeline and the meetings. And then finally, number four, you should follow up and evaluate your reunion. In conclusion, the satisfaction of knowing that family members have appreciated your efforts is very, very rewarding and will serve as motivation for you to keep the family reunions going. Again, additional information on everything that I have talked about, especially the details of the committees and their responsibilities, can be found in the booklet that you can get on your way out. And that book is titled Family Reunion Planning Tips. And again, I want to thank you for your time. And here's hoping that you will have a very successful reunion.